Welcome back, guys, to Metaphor ReFantazio, last episode. Having entered the Scoundrel's hold, we fought against the goblins within who called more troops as we whittled down their numbers and found our first target within the dungeon, a relic for Neuras, before continuing on deeper. With Psyocropos also stalking the cave complex, we look for their leader.
There are still enemies nearby.
Push through!
Amazing! Great moves back there.
The fact that we could just slaughter it. Whoa, what's crystals in this room? What the crap? Okay.
Stay vigilant. These ones aren't messing around.
A lightning element too.
I knew I could count on you.
A lightning element that we need to charge.
They noticed us. On your guard.
It's too late for you. Here you go. Get ready. Face her.
It's good that we've got lots of wind, right?
You hit their weakness.
Let's
Don't
go!
let up now, Juna.
Scour!
You hit their weakness. I can do this. Opening, Captain. Blow away.
The Dungeon of Seekers.
Great work, everyone.
Good. 'Tis done.
Alright, some even more Heroes Leaf of Light.
New possibilities.
A wind dodge for me.
Remain vigilant. There are still enemies about.
I was gonna say, do you summon guys?
Yeah, come on! Let's push through! Come on! Let's push through! How's that?
That's one more thing we don't have to worry about.
Well, that's sorted out. Something tells me we just broke our way through to the boss. Yep.
Watch out.
I'm sensing a strong presence up ahead. We did indeed break our way through to the other side. A different save. We haven't actually finished exploring the entirety of everywhere else as of yet.
Yep.
But maybe it couldn't hurt to poke the bear, as it were. So what did we have to do again? Of course, we looked at it when we went in, but having a little bit of extra intel. So it's like, we want PS, lots of PS. Hulkenberg's got that. Technically, Heismay does now, if I switch Heismay in.
Want in on this?
Stroll does have one PS.
Really?
Just between us.
So there'll be goblins in the fight as well. It only says Pierce is weak. Spears and bows are effective too. I mean, again, we could debuff the enemy into oblivion on top of everything else. That might help. But we need to keep some of its guys alive. So I will use a Hero's Leaf of Light here on Stroll to get Poison Shot instead of Sleep Shot. But I will want Poison Shot as well. So we switch in Heismay in there. I mean, obviously this means that the other guys won't get as much experience, but fighting and winning is probably the better option for me. Being able to put these guys in when they need to, because Hulkenberg's getting a little bit low on MP. So if I go to Heismay, who's of course on his assassin class, he has no Pierce currently. I can inherit... It's got Cyclo. Instead of Medi, aim support, I could get either Hex Shot for the heavy physical or Poison Shot for the medium. But maybe he can get poisoned really well. I don't know.
All right.
Cost less for that, MP-wise too. So Poison Shot for you. Now, for Stroll, I think if we're going to inherit anything here, it should be both of them.
All right.
So we might be able to put some goblins to sleep. And that will disable their magic, right? Could be an option. Seems like a fair choice to me. Also, putting people in shelter formation could be pretty handy.
All right.
So I'm going to take that as well here. And maybe start with Stroll instead of Hulkenberg? But then that would mean I don't have a Medi. It's the best switch I have. Maybe I could set everything up for everyone else and then move the others in so they're at the front at the end of the fight, right? Maybe that's the answer. If they miss a bit of experience, fine. I'm more happier to stay alive.
Just a sec.
I feel a strong presence. Might be our bounty. Are you ready?
Well,
So this is the goblin leader then.
Oh.
He wanted to take the scoundrel's stronghold for itself, I see, but his evil deeds end here. Well, what are we doing just standing around? Beg your pardon, I'm gonna go ahead and end this sod now.
Let's hurry and defeat
Glad you're keen to scrap because it looks ready too. Let's show it what we got. Come on.
falling back. I'll use what I must.
This could be hellish. We'll see. The Hexal Goblin Legos need to... At least one of these needs to die on the first turn. Because it will remove a turn from our enemy.
Yes!
You hit their weakness.
I can't afford to hold back.
76 damage isn't that much damage.
Sword Master! This better hit!
Is it asleep? It's asleep.
The freedom of a wanderer.
Horse-drawn Carnage is available. I could Heat Riser ourselves here. The better choice would be to kill one of these guys, but I've kind of messed up a little bit here because I've lost a turn essentially.
Observe the enemy. Let justice prevail. Pierce through them.
Hulkenberg got them right in their weak
You
spot.
think yourself equal to a Ujeef's agility?
Right, if you're asleep and I need to kill you, who goes next? Is it me again? No, it's Stroll.
How disappointing.
In the name of
Sheesh, they're
justice,
pretty tough.
Taking you from the back row. Level 52.
I shall vanquish evil. Pierce!
You hit their weak point. Keep it up, Stroll.
Seems he can't be poisoned. I wonder if he could have been hexed.
Wind.
Oh, he didn't die.
Too slow.
Okay, we got electric evasion there. So I take it these guys only actually use their ridiculous abilities when they're alone, and that's... But they were always alone in that dungeon, so how was I supposed to avoid it?
With blade in hand.
With blade in hand, supposedly.
As one.
Coordination is key!
Behold my power.
Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot.
Perhaps this suits me best.
Yep, that'll work out.
Sheesh, they're pretty tough.
I guess I should probably try to steal from you at some point in the near future.
I'll take this. Sorry.
A regeneration bell.
Now, what's the play? Sword Master! This better hit!
You hit their weak point. Keep it up, Stroll.
The freedom of a wanderer. Let's go. Scour. There's two left.
Right, one's down. That's going to be one fair whack of health.
Together.
I'm counting on you!
And thus I end it.
Wait, can I just move you in while the other guy's sleeping? Other people on my team? I could straight up kill this guy and then move you in. Sounds actually great.
Assassin! That all you have?
Don't know how the experience is doled out per kill. Oh no, we recover from sleep. You're not allowed to do that. What did you do? Oh, hooray.
Are you prepared? Pierce!
You hit their weak point. Keep it up, Stroll.
Let's stay calm.
It's dead. It's the best way to put it. It is now dead. So all I really have to do now is start switching people in. Maybe that works out that way. We'll find out.
I'll withdraw for the
Time
moment.
for the leading lady.
By the
For all that we strive for, as the point of a sword is almost decided.
Be neither timid nor arrogant.
It is dead. I like this. We've worked it out. The battle was never going to be, you know, a worry. It was just
The rest is
Here
up
I
to
go.
you.
experience shenanigans is how I put it, right?
Raging fire.
Vitus power. Wind.
They're in the front party. It counts, right? 1,211 experience.
I've done it.
Maybe they got the full amount or not. I don't know. We got an enormous eyeball. Phew, that's that then.
All right.
And we got the enormous eyeball. This ought to make the surrounding area a bit safer.
What do you think?
Well then, with the request done, where to next? Or should we get out of here? No, we've got to keep exploring.
Gosh.
Fine, off we go then. But no lollygagging, okay? I'm not one for occupying musty locales like this for long, thank you. Mission complete,
Yep,
and
we're
nothing
safe here.
in this chamber.
What now?
Right, we are good. We moved in the people as we needed to. We got some new abilities. It all worked out perfectly. It also helped that we were lowering the defense thanks to like the certain combination of people we had there. Because at the moment our combination is not good for synthesis skills. Let's face it. My god. In not so good news.
Ah!
That entire corridor of enemies is back up and
All
alive.
clear.
Oh god, Beal.
Oh, that's not half bad.
And we've got at least one other direction we haven't gone with another blue marker. And I think that is the dungeon at that point. He's only got one eye, there's no chance he sees me.
All right, come on, that.
Great job. Amazing. Great moves back there.
Maybe I could assassinate the middle one
We can't handle.
and just move on from there. So it's a ridiculously together group of guys, so
They all seem pretty.
Push through.
You got this.
it's too tempting to attack.
It's all clear.
Alright, we got a ruby, and I think that's everything. I just want to wade in there and smack them all on the back of the head. But Hulkenberg's pretty much out of MP at this point.
Such skill.
And I'm sure there'll be better areas for me to maybe
I don't think
use...
anything would
Oh
be
god.
Too tough.
Merchant to build up some money
On your guard.
after spending that 300k.
I knew you could do it. We got. They all seem pretty weak.
Come on.
You got this.
Did I never go in here?
Great job.
What? I didn't walk in there. If I didn't walk through like this, I wouldn't have even realized.
All right. How's that?
Treasure.
I missed a treasure chest
This is amazing.
with the purple thing in it.
Marvelous.
Sylph knives. Normal attack inflicts sleep with wind element. You know, that would have been good for, you know... for Juna literally in here. What the hell? She'd have had a normal attack that might have been more powerful than
They look pretty weak. Let's wrap this up quick.
using her spell.
I don't see anything you can't handle easily.
Hello. Well, it doesn't look like I'm getting out of here without fighting through a ton of guys.
Here goes, everyone.
Unless I use maybe an Ariadne's thread. But I think that now is every room checked out. So let's get out of here, shall we?
Gallica.
Let's head back.
Dungeon complete, relic obtained. All is good with the world. If you want to live, don't go in there with a staff or mace and have a way to inflict status elements.
That means
Which is basically Gunner, interestingly enough. More or less, that's the be-all and end-all of that one. Right, because of what we've done, Heismay has been able to go to a brand new archetype, which is Sniper, which has myriad shots, deals weak physical pierce damage to all enemies, back row. Wild Salvo deals weak physical pierce damage to all enemies 2 to 3 times from back row. Pierce Dodge, Harvest recovers HP after defeating an enemy, and Smashing Salvo, only usable from back row, deals heavy physical pierce damage to one enemy, decreases their defense for 3 turns. That sounds like it could be a pretty cool ability to actually have.
I see.
But this is our first Sniper.
Fascinating. This right here. All right.
Well, actually, it costs 9,000 meg. Hold on with that for a second, because I've just realized, if I wait just a little bit more, leave, etc., I think we return to town at this point, after all.
okay then. Got it.
If we give this into Neuras, I'm guessing his might be the lineage thing next, which lowers the cost. Back to the Virga Island Tavern.
Speaking of,
We defeated that bounty, so we may as well report in the recruitment center, don't you think? It was quite the formidable opponent as well. It seems that we must give our all with each and every task. The knight should always strive to grow ever stronger. To that end, I will help myself to an extra serving.
Oh, goodness.
That's enough work for today. Will, don't forget to report the fruits of our labor to the recruitment center, yeah? Why are we being bossed about? Oh, it's a good thing we were able to convince the Magnus brothers to stay on the island until our fake lancers are ready.
Most helpful.
We cannot idly while away the time. You've said that quite recently,
That was
Hulkenberg.
a job well done.
We're on the task. Eat your meal. Rest well. And we'll be ready to head out to our next location.
time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Seems Bardon sent me another letter.
Here you are.
Bardon really wants me to do that quest.
Well then.
Just lovely.
Like, really, really. Okay, to have that quest reported, we're going to have to go to a recruitment center. There's no recruitment center on the island, so that means we'll just have to straight up leave.
Where to?
We can go to Brawlhaven, and we can go to that recruitment center. Maybe I should check in at the bet guide. It's at night, though, and say, like, yeah, I failed.
Welcome.
That's it. It's the enormous eyeball. Then you managed to slay that beast. Now the people nearby can feel safe to go outside again. Well done. Here's your reward.
We did it.
I wonder if they were weak to wind as well. 90k in cash and some extra courage.
All right.
It's almost halfway. As expected from the candidate who's all the rage right now. Will, I'll make sure to remember the name.
Yes.
Yeah, take a good look at him now because he's about to become even more famous.
Impressive.
I'd love you to take on more jobs here. Come back and see me again. Anything else? No. One more down for the day.
I won't let it stand.
Now, what else have we got going on?
What in tarnation's going on?
No debates, no one here. Quests from people that want us to go do things at their place.
Where to?
Let's go.
I think going to the Gauntlet Runner makes the biggest sense first. Have a look at some nearby weather systems.
Capital. Everyone's here.
Now that we've dealt with the situation off of here, we need to deal with the one that's on here.
Should be enchanting.
Really?
So it's like 2 days of heat. Oh, that's there. Okay. There's still 2 days to reach there, which is heat. Yikes. Okay, so you can only... Oh, but I could go there.
There's a labyrinth.
Right, I have an option. I could go there, do what is here, and come back afterwards. Before heading onwards.
A village, I believe.
Or I could go straight out. This will be
Like that.
Juna's thing done, most likely. Shall I go do that? I'm assuming you can only change the weather for a maximum of 3 days of the run, right? Or I could do the trial of Malnova. It's one or the other, really.
All right then.
Let's go.
How does your weather shenanigans work?
Hey,
Ah, you again. Is there something I could do for you? I'd like to change the weather. I'll first divine the weather in each region. Oh, okay. You do that for free? If there's bad weather in a dungeon, I may be able to use my power to clear it. Any place you'd like to check?
And right there's a labyrinth.
Oh my god, it's for like 3 days.
And right there's
And that's not stopping any either.
And right there's
And that's fine for 3 days.
We'll face danger here. We'll face danger.
So I take it that this just never clears.
We'll face danger here.
Not a ceremony. Here's a place perpetually plagued with bad weather.
will that be all?
This is where you'd like tamer weather.
Now then.
Well then, allow me to call forth my power. Excellent. It went well, I think. The weather should hold in the place you selected for 3 days, yes. Shh. Well, I think I've just chose our next destination straight away.
That's the way.
Sorry, Juna, you're just gonna have to wait like 10 million years. We're going off somewhere else.
What now? All right then.
Let's go.
I just feel like I'm not doing this at all efficiently. And that feeling takes its toll.
Well then.
Oh, I agree. Well, luckily I've already made the food, haven't I? So I can make him do it again. So it looks like I'm gonna have to go 6 days still of traveling. We're gonna have 7 days left to bond. Looks like I'm gonna have to go like 2, 1, 3 if I want the weather to be out of the way. Pretty much that's how it's gonna be. At least I can hang out with Neuras on one of these days.
Okay. What's the plan?
Now then.
There's also the fact that I'm going for the harder ones before I'm going for the easiest one.
This is the place.
We might fill a request.
This is the
there.
side of you for this trial. I apologize for taking up your time like this, but I simply must take this trial. I must get stronger. You're nothing to be sorry for, love. We're friends. Helping each other is what we do. Whatever it takes, we'll knock this trial out together.
I should very much like
Very
to
well
go
then.
there.
I'm counting on your help, everyone.
It's your call.
We'll have to make camp for tonight, but we'll arrive tomorrow. The question is, can we make it back by tomorrow night? Of course we can.
Great. Let's move out.
Here we go. Don't forget, stay alert till we get there. I should probably check the podium. I don't think Edeni's going to be there. No, Edeni was over. We just talked to Edeni. Alright, we can only speak to Neuras at night. Luis's forces still vastly outstrip our own. He has a great many at his disposal, and he can direct and deploy them with impunity. But they all are pieces on his board, nothing more. In a sense, Luis still wages his long fight alone. 'Tis a sobering thought. Yep. I'm fine with him being... Oh, why couldn't you be here today? Well, I guess we'll build up our tolerance by reading a book. That is the only way this goes down, isn't it? Alright, so we have one thing we can make, which is the invincible noodles. So we should get that made.
Alright.
Heis may teach us how to make it. I originate from a town that specialized in the production of grain. Consequently, I'm quite confident in its use in all culinary matters. I'm rather adept at making dough from flour as well. I should let you in on the secret. A good chef always listens to their dough. The dough is ever evolving due to the temperature and humidity of the room. Thus, one must make fine adjustments to the amount of water based on present conditions. I followed Heismay's lead and began kneading the flour into dough.
Look!
Once a dough has been properly formed, we must put our whole weight into flattening out completely. This technique ensures the best texture. It's always the same thing with Heismay. I trust you to lead us into the fray, but in this task I fear there is none I trust beyond myself.
Alright.
Much heat will impede the development of its texture. Now we must enlist our eyes and noses as scouts, tasked with alerting us to the proper time to strike. These noodles, they're cooked perfectly. The smell alone is mouth-watering. Invincible noodles, the taste of my hometown. The aroma invites nostalgia and hunger in equal measure. Thanks to speed cooking, I cooked without time passing. Alright, we will build up the stat we need the most at this point in time, I think. But if you had imagination going, I'd have taken that. I really would have. Like another 2 more events for tolerance.
Neuras speaking.
I got something on the old girl's radar, so we're taking a short stop. Ooh.
As the sunset stretches the gauntlet runner's shadow across the water, they arrive at the Prismatic Sea. Sailors whisper of an otherworldly view visible in these parts, if you survive the terrors of the deep. Yet somehow, the sailors have never found an unimpeachable source, and the party was about to understand why.
So pretty.
I've never seen so much red in the sky. It's like it's on fire. The setting sun is akin to a streak of crimson ink, bleeding its color into the sky and sea alike. Well, I'll be damned, Stroll. I didn't know you were such a poet. Isn't that surprising, Will? He was raised well.
Hey.
His parents gave him a good upbringing.
Oh, right.
I suppose that's true, yeah.
Be that as it may.
Our problems feel so trivial when faced with the true sublimity of the natural world. It almost makes you want to scream, doesn't it? Now you've lost me. I'll say yes. It does. I want to scream right now.
But...
Juna, don't you feel the urge to sing when you see something such as this? Well, I suppose. There are moments when I feel like I just want to express my feelings with a song.
Oh my.
Wait, was this your way of requesting a performance?
Special little
Well, then I
number.
must oblige, but this sea air isn't great on my vocal cords, so I'll keep it short. I feel a newfound wisdom as I enjoy Juna's singing amidst the gorgeous view.
All right.
Wisdom's coming along. Little by little.
Hello.
Yeah, I've captured the moment onto paper. Quite the evocative piece, if I may say so myself. It's almost as though you can still hear the young miss singing, isn't it? I'll give this to Maria later and tell her about what I saw.
The gauntlet runner arrives at an encampment, and sensing no imminent threats, they breathe a collective sigh of relief. Yet the day draws to an end, and all are left to wonder how to spend the evening hours.
Polishing me helmet, that's how. Memorandum. Prismatic Sea. A phenomenon visible in the sea by Virga Island. Because of the clean air, the sun seems to gleam brighter as it sinks to the horizon. Though the carmine sky and lilac clouds hanging overhead are a familiar sight to local Mastali, travelers seeing it for the first time say it inspires both breathless awe and a certain fear of the pagan gods said to rule this domain. Alright, today is a Neuras day. There's another quest we can complete, another bond we can finally further. Considering we've only done Hulkenberg, Gallica, and it will be Neuras in just this session. It's taken a while to get to the bonding side of things, isn't it?
Oh-ho.
Hello there, come to check on the progress with the lance? Well, you want to know, I'd never work on it where those brothers could see. So how goes the relic search? Have you found anything? Now that you mention it. I had in Neuras the junk we picked up during our travels. It looks no more than a rubbish at a glance, but I say it never hurts to be thorough. If this goes here, then... capital! Never gets old. Absolutely magnificent. All the wisdom of the ancients sitting in the palm of my hand. Rather gives a chap the strength to go on.
That's
It's like this every time. At this point, I think your reactions are more interesting than the relics, Neuras.
Well.
Oh, so it's set up like this, eh? Then it could be forward compatible with modern design. Aha! Eureka! I'm struck, lad. Thunderstruck. The Neuras of moments ago was a drivelling buffoon compared to the now. So thanks to you, Will.
Thank you.
No problem. 6 Heroes Leaf of Light isn't a bad game. But you know, the more I see them, the more mysterious they get. They're fundamentally different from igniters in both process and function. Ordinarily, magic just isn't viable without Magla and magic igniters, whether for the Gauntlet runners or otherwise. In fact, this country's technology practically relies on magic igniters. Dangerous dependency, that. Might be why I'm so drawn to these relics, or you lot. Do you dislike them? No, they're fine things that are quite worth researching, but wielding power beyond one's limits is a fast track to madness. I've seen it happen, old boy.
The truth is...
Took a lot of experimentation. I'd rather forget that, truth be told. I was once approached by the government to personally participating in igniter development. They gathered up some destitute parapas who had no other place to go, and subjected them to experiment after awful experiments. Ooh. You didn't stop it?
About that.
Couldn't.
No.
The experiments had already started by the time they'd gone around to asking me, and at that point my dissent would have been met like an insect underfoot. I lost track of several engineers I once considered friends that did participate, and it's hard to imagine what evils they work there. Those tech-minded maniacs were all too easily led astray. Yeah. Dangle some new technology in front of our eyes, and curiosity will win over ethics every time. I never openly opposed the projects, absorbing myself in Gauntlet Runner research. Thinking back on it, I suppose that was an easy way to bury a guilty conscience. Naive as it was, I wanted to be responsible for an invention that inspired dreams, not one meant only for death and destruction. And now after all of that, I've been kicked back down to the bottom rung. This is actually a step up.
No.
I'd say this is more of a step up, no? You're not wrong. These days I get to cruise and ramble as I please, with a seat in the Prince's own runner. That was only because of my past choices that I can show off my best work nowadays. The entire kingdom is a fine venue for it. Scholar could ask nothing more. I can sense Neuras' pride as a researcher as well as his deep trust in me. Rank forward, Neuras.
I'm a lucky man.
Does not bring us
grand quest.
the lower thing, but does give us science skill, I guess. I thought we were going to get, like, less cost. All that said, I hope you'll still keep an eye out for these relics, eh?
This one's important.
Alright, this one is 6.5 for 8 Heroes Fruit. That's for less than what I just got. That's 4,000. Something is nagging me, though. Why the devil are all these relic pieces so scattered about the world? Seems to me like they were all once part of a greater whole. So was this some kind of natural coincidental dispersal or something else altogether? Well, next time you bring a relic, we may very well get the answer. Counting on you as always. I parted ways with Neuras and left the engine room. So what do we do on the day?
Time marches on. and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The day of our next part of the journey.